Welcome back, team. Welcome to the Two Wakkos One podcast channel. This is the first video of the channel. We're actually going to be joined by a special person, Agent Sannie. So yeah, we're going to be asking Agent Sannie some questions about her life and her political views. So, you want to start? You want to me to start us off?
Mm-hmm.
So, the first question is, what's your opinion on Fortnite Battle Royale as like a game?
I quite like the Battle Royale. I like that a lot.
What do you like about the Battle Royale mode in general?
I like the way it's devised. I like the way.
But what's your opinion on like outside of Battle Royale? This is kind of off topic, but what's your opinion on like the other modes like Festival mode, Lego mode, and just?
I'm not too sure about the festival mode. I don't quite like that one. I like the Lego one, and but especially like Battle Royale.
Fair enough. That's a fair view right there. Alright, so this one's a bit personal. You don't have to answer this question if you're not happy with it. But what's your real name?
Sandra James.
So her real name is actually Sandra James. If you don't know how to spell it, I'll just put some text on the screen. Alright, so that's a very basic one. So, how do you feel about the ALW multiverse? So, i.e. the expansion of the ALW franchise as a whole. How do you feel about that whole thing?
I like the idea. I like the idea that you can all get into it. It can be diverse, it can be expanded, you can do whatever you want with it.
So you're kind of fond of the idea of having like a music industry and a film industry and all that into one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I personally think the idea is pretty class. Class means good. So yeah, I like the concept. I think I did a good idea bringing it out. So this is another question. What content would you like to see? Would you most be interested in seeing in the future?
I quite like the idea of the singing. The two Wackos. The Wacko Vision.
Yeah. Wacko Vision.
Wacko Vision.
As you all know, Wacko Vision is actually inspired by the hyper-popular Eurovision Song Contest. You might not know that, but you might also know it.
Mm-hmm.
But look at me. Sorry. But yeah, I think the idea is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Not so bad actually. But is there anything else? Is there any other content you'd be interested in seeing other than that?
I still like the who are fighting against each other and getting the baddies.
Talking about ALW server.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a pretty good series as well. It's a pretty good franchise. I don't think it's that bad either. I think it's a pretty good, by the way. I hope you like our healing coup up there. And wherever that is.
Buddha.
Yeah. I've read that one. What's your opinion on Donald J. Trump as the 47th US president?
He's a vile, evil man.
Yeah?
And I've got no time for him.
Yeah, he's pretty vile actually, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because if you've been reading the news, you would have seen all the slide comments he made about the plane crash.
Yeah.
Which I think was absolutely vile, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is another US question about the United States. So, what would be a good way to cut down gun-related crime in the United States of America?
Just don't issue guns.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you think guns should be right up banned?
Yeah.
Right. So but do you think it should be done democratically? Do you think all the other nations should all agree on something like?
Well, we've got a gun ban here that works.
Mm-hmm.
So it should work in America.
But the thing is, they do this system where they have to agree on all the 50 states. All the 50 states have to agree on this.
I know.
So there would be an issue because there's places like Texas that has rural areas or big areas that are really bad for their gun crime.
Yeah.
And like California and Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not a formal gun ban in all the states, unfortunately.
No.
Which is quite peculiar, and it should be issued immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a message about NATO.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you personally? This should be your opinion. Who will be the NATO's next member?
Hopefully it'll be Ukraine.
And why is that?
Because they need to be in NATO.
Because you don't like the war, do you?
No, I hate the war.
Yeah, because I personally think the war is bang out of order.
Yeah.
Started by Putin, a bloodthirsty dictator.
Yeah.
Because he felt threatened because NATO was getting really close to Russia's doorstep. So he sees that opportunity to get his ally Belarus to be like, hey, yo, Belarus, can you help me get through to Ukraine via your border? And then, of course, Lukashenko being the guy he is, he's like, sure, Putin, you can go through our border. And he was like, oh yeah, let's just go in. And yeah, it was a pretty big deal at the time during 2022 when the invasion first started. It was Thursday of the 24th of February 2022. So the next question is, do you think this is actually about Trump again? Do you think Trump's assassination attempt was faked?
I think so.
Well, there is a lot of reluctance. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, it was fake. It was fake. He must have just had a ketchup package lodged in his little suit." So,
I think it was set up, and I think the guy that done it was told it would be okay, but he wasn't, was he? He was shot dead. And he was a Trump supporter. So what's a Trump supporter doing trying to assassinate Trump?
Yeah, because that was a bit bang out of order, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And of course there was another...
And a bullet didn't rip through his ear, as he keeps saying. It was shards of glass from the teleprompter.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, Trump definitely Trump obviously faked it in some way. And the only other alternative would be that he got a ketchup package.
Yeah.
This is a question about Joe Biden, otherwise known as Joseph Biden. That's actually his real name. He just goes by Joe Biden. Now, during his term as president, the 56th U.S. president, did Biden really have dementia?
No.
You think he didn't?
No.
Because as we all know, there's a lot of people on...
He's got a stutter, and it makes him think. It makes people think that the way he's talking slow, that he's got something going on, but he's not. He's got a stutter that he tries to hide.
Because there's a lot of people on things like on other social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter, who people criticize him for saying, oh, he's slow, he never finishes his sentences, stuff like that.
No, it's not true.
And
he's a good man.
And people make memes about him saying, oh, he's got dementia and he's the first US president to have it.
No, he's a good man.
And then some people say, oh, he's just too old to be president.
No.
Maybe he is now because he wouldn't be really healthy during a second term. He's a bit slow. Now, this is a random question. What is the best streaming app of all time?
Well, I don't know much about streaming.
Streaming apps are, well, if you don't know what a streaming app is, for the audience here, if this audience right here doesn't know what streaming apps are, a streaming app is basically an app where you can watch films and series and stuff like that, and documentaries. But sometimes these documentaries and shows and films go away after a certain period of time, because sometimes the film has a license to only be there for a certain amount of time. So like, if you have a favourite series and a season gets cut off, it's most likely because they have a license to remove it after a certain time. So pretty unfortunate, isn't it? So yeah, that's actually about all the questions I had to ask. So what's your opinion on this examination?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's good to know about other people's knowledge on things and their opinions.
Yep.
So yeah, quite good.
Yep, this was a pretty good interview. It was nice interviewing Sannie as the first person to be interviewed on this channel. This channel will have a lot more videos though, trust me. This is just the beginning. This video, by the time we're watching this video, it will be coming out most likely March. But bear with me, it's coming out very soon. By the time we're recording this, it's February, I believe. So yeah. So that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and this is Bebsy out and Sannie.
Bye.
Bye!